Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Coach Undress with Coaching with Undress, and Happy New Year's, everyone. 2023, it's good to be back. It's good to start a new year with a fresh attitude, with a fresh outlook on life, love, relationships, everything. As you can see, I have actually a new fresh setup back here, which I love. Thank you, George. It looks amazing, by the way. The logo, the TVs, the microphone. I mean, this is what we got to do. Every year we got to upgrade. Every year we got to evolve on who we are as a person, which has a lot of insight what we're going to talk about today in my topic. Today we're going to talk about a topic called Why Women Love Space and Mystery. And the key word is women, not girls. Women can handle and understand and respect space and mystery, whereas girls might just gaslight it, manipulate it, make you feel guilty about it in some form. And again, you know how I coach, you know how I talk and preach. It's all about more of a positive outlook, about self-independence, self-love, and knowing who you are before you find out who you want to be with. So before we talk about that, it's going to be 3 specific points on this. But before, I will, again, you know how I always like to start off. I really appreciate your subscription because it's free, and I always appreciate your support. And hit that bell so you're notified for future videos. And like I always say, I love all criticism. I welcome it. So again, if you have any points of views or differences or even disagreements, leave it all there because I personally firsthand respond to all of them. If you actually want to share an experience about this topic or actually a concern or have a question, please leave a question. I love hearing your input. I love hearing your stories. I love when there's a specific comment and then it builds up into a conversation with other people. And we're like, all right, this is what we're all about, building this community, building this outlet to discuss these things, because my job is to help you, guide you, coach you to finding the right relationship. I always say, let's look for the right guy, not necessarily just the next guy. Speaking of that, why women love space and mystery. Mystery, space. I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking along the line space and mystery as in they love that because the man wants space and mystery to go do other things with other people, with other women. No, that's not what I'm implying. What I'm talking about, when you meet a right guy, not a boy, the right man, him having space and mystery is because he's focused on what's his priorities are. He's focused on his responsibilities. He's focused on his goals. He's very ambitious. He's very family oriented. He's taking care of his family, whatever it is, but that creates the space and mystery. So the woman loves it because she feels his confidence. She feels his independence and what he values in his life and just doesn't throw everything away to always be available. Women respect that. Because again, women are used to being pursued and women are used to men chasing them for most of the time, physical, superficial, if not sexual reasons and desires, which is nothing wrong with that. We've all been there. We've all done that. But when the right man approaches you and has a little space and mystery, but with, great communication, keeps you included, keeps you involved, there's no assumption or doubt of who is he with? He's focused on his work. If he's not with you, he's focused on his work. If he's not with you, he's focused on his fitness. He's not with you, he's focused on his goals or his financial endeavors that he wants to create down the road. Women love this because they realize, wow, I'm kind of used to always getting the man's attention and always being there when he needs it, or always having him ready when I want it, or in a sense, always being available. In those relationships, I get it. We get excited. We get caught up on things and we want things now. We want everything now. And I've talked to so many clients where when they meet someone in the beginning of the situation of the dating stages, and like that dance is going on, that moment, that connection, it's so natural and it's so true, not just for women, but I'm speaking women because I coach them, is that they get so excited. They want to fast forward and basically skip to the good part of knowing what are we? What's this title? What commitment do we have? And I always say, finally you met a good man and you're clicking and you're vibing, and now you want to rush the process. You want to rush the dance to find out exactly the label of what it is. Oh man, I've done that before. I'm not going to lie. When I was younger, and it never worked out because you want to take the time to really get to know someone. When you really see someone for who they are compared to how they make you feel. And I was telling George right before this video about this great insight, this great message that I found out last night from a friend of mine. And I can't believe I never knew this. I don't know why. I thought other things and everyone has their own point of view of it. And she told me about this and I was blown away. And she was like, do you know what love stands for? And I was like, kind of like what George says. I'm thinking like loyalty of victoriously emotionally available. I don't know. I was thinking any possible romantic word that represents LOVE. And then at the end of the day, I was like, I can't say I do. I understand what it is, but what is the actual definition? How do you abbreviate? What is it abbreviated for? And then she goes, living of valued energy. Living of valued energy. Jennifer, where did you find that out? And how, my goodness, we were talking for an hour afterwards because I was like, that just sets the stage for everything I've always coached. That sets the stage for everything I believe in. That sets the stage for everything I want to basically help you with. Living a valued energy. When you realize love starts with yourself, like we always coached, love yourself as in know yourself and know who you are, who you're not. But the valued energy you put in yourself will reflect and attract what you want in somebody else. So actually, we were just talking about this before this video about how most people assume love is what they feel and get from someone, which is very normal and natural. It's very common. I used to do that. That's what everyone expects to do. I love this person because he or she makes me feel this way. He or she knows me. She gets me. He gets me. Beautiful. But the essence of love is your valued energy. Oh, man. It's so deep because when you focus on that, of your valued energy and what you're living with, and I mean accepting the pros and cons, the green and red flags, the good and the bad and the ugly of everything, because we all got it. We all got it. Issues, red flags, flaws, insecurities, doubts, guilty. We all got something. But when you live and understand it and you bring value of it, where it doesn't slow you down, it doesn't get in your way, it doesn't drain you, it doesn't sabotage you, you basically grow out of your old bad habits and you minimize the damage, then you really create a higher value of your love. And that love is very desirable. It's rare, it's attractive, it's unique. And then you see the other person who appreciates that. You know, along the lines when they always say, is there, such thing as soulmates or love at first sight? And I agree that there are, both of them are very true, but it's rare. But I know, I think a big part of it is living a valued energy. If you do that for yourself, you're giving yourself a better chance, small chance, but a better chance to appreciate someone else's valued energy. And that means you just feel like, wow, what beautiful timing. Wow, we connect so quickly. Man, I'm so glad I met you now in my life. The valued energy that you see and value in someone's because you've done it in yourself. So you're more patient. You're more understanding. You remove the ego. Ego, get out of here. You don't need ego with value. Ego is for overcompensated, insecure things that you don't want to pay attention to, like people who ghost. People who ghost have an ego. Well, go stay on that side of the room. I don't want to hang out with you. People who don't ghost have a value because they don't mind being direct. They don't mind being rejected. They don't mind hearing no, but they have a value that they say, I don't end things this way. I need to be a little more direct. It's not going to work out? Fine. I wish you the best. That's my kind of people. That's what I want to help you to understand. Just because society does the ghosting and society does these other things that are selfishly enabled to like only find love that only makes you feel good all the time, it's not the way to go. It's all about within yourself. Breaking that trend, breaking that stereotype of how people date. Bringing more civilization of old manners and respect and chivalry. I know I kind of got off subject with this, why women love space and mystery, but it's because of that definition of love that it's so insightful on what I want to talk about. Number 2 is why women love mystery and space, because I say again, the woman, not the girl, because the woman learned her value. She loves her energy and she knows that I only want someone to basically Increase it, support it, compliment it, encourage it. But anything less than that, I don't have time for that. Good. Well, she loves space and mystery from a man because he's obviously valuing his energy, because it shows that he's focused. He shows that, you know what, I've been with an attractive woman before, and I don't really have to flip my house upside down and act like I'm going to go crazy and treat her like she's a queen and nothing else matters. Nothing's wrong with that. But then you lose the whole idea of understanding that there's time to get to know each other compared to just overly showing your excitement and presenting the best version of yourself. And I always see this love bombing of like everything's perfect and everything's great. And you're just like, no, that's not realistic at the end of the day. The space and mystery allows the person to breathe and really show you more who he is, vice versa, so you understand what you're getting yourself into. Everyone presents the best version of themselves in the honeymoon phase, in the beginning stages where everything's going great. And I love that moment, but that's not realistic. That's not sustainable because you're going to make mistakes. So am I. Space and mystery allows us to learn who we are when we're not together, when we're not talking about each other, when we're not missing each other. And that's more of an idea of how you really want to set up a long-term picture with this person. Who are they when they're not with me? Who are they when we don't get along? Who are they when we have a disagreement? Like I always say to my clients, a relationship should not get to a point of exclusivity or commitment, or even to a point of, let's say, meeting family and close friends and loved ones, especially kids for all the single parents out there. They should not open that world until there has been a natural point of conflict within the two of you. Small, big, doesn't matter. Who started it, doesn't matter. Don't create one. Don't go be looking for it. But when it happens, how do you guys resolve conflict? And that will show a big indication of the maturity level of what kind of relationship this is. So when they handle conflict in a productive way, in a mature way, then you're like, wow, there's something really here. And I love how we resolve things, even though we don't agree with it, but we understand it. And it brings that healthy security to it. And then you want to open up your world with people that you love to meet your boyfriend, girlfriend. You know, the space and mystery is underrated, overlooked. And I get it, because the last thing you want to do is when you are in love with someone, or when you are excited about someone, or you have a match, is you want to basically tighten up that space in mystery, and you want to figure out everything of who they are. And I understand you have good intentions because you're excited. I'm excited for you. Congratulations. We both swiped right. I love it. But ideally, big picture, the more you keep on living a valued energy of who you are, then you can learn more if that person is doing the same. And again, that space and mystery isn't about games or competition with other people. It's more about, wow, they're really taking the time to get to know me compared to rushing like everyone does, because where do they end and where do they want to end up? You know where. So again, that brings more confidence into the man that women love. Which leads to number 3. She feels no desperation. Well, they can sense it. We can sense it. Men, women, we can sense the desperation. It's there. You know, this reminds me, before I go into more about this third one, I would love to tell you about, I know I mentioned this before, but I got to remind you about my product, How to Love a Man, because a lot of it has to do with what we're talking about here, self-love, valued energy. And it's a great product, a great program, A to Z, guideline, answers and quizzes and questions and homework and practice assignments, all for fun. Of course, no grades, everyone passes. And I want to make sure you check it out. How to Love a Man, an audio product that I passionately put together a couple of years ago, and now it's out. Check out coachingwithundress.com. Take a look at it. Let me know what you think. And after you get that, we're going to have a complimentary 30-minute call, me and you, video or video or phone. And I would love to hear your feedback on it. And then we'll kind of continue where you learn from that to where you want to go to find the right man, not the next guy, the right guy. But back to it. She feels no desperation on needing a relationship compared to wanting one. What's the difference? Most people feel like they need love, need a relationship, need a companionship. And again, there's nothing wrong with that because I think it's a great thing. Who doesn't want those things? But when you come to a point where you need those things, then you kind of take things for granted because it's more about you and you fulfilling a void of something you haven't done that you needed for yourself. Compared to someone wanting a relationship. They want a relationship because they value who they are, they value their life, and who they meet and date and get along with, it's only going to add to that. Like I've said before, his love should not define you. His love should complement you. His happiness should not define you. His happiness should complement you. And like I tell my clients all the time, when they come to me with a relationship problem, whatever it is, I love hearing their stories because I love their optimism. Women are greatly optimistic about love. I know it's discouraging. I know it can be frustrating, but I love your guys' belief in it. But when they come to me with that, I unfold it, we talk about it, we do our email consultation, everything goes well, but then I prioritize and focus on personal happiness, personal success, personal love, personal drive. Because we need to clean that up. We need to focus on what we can control. We can't control what he's going to say or do, and never will I ever promise you what he's going to say or going to do because that's not going to happen. I'm never going to promise that kind of guarantee what they're going to do, but I could set you up to find out for yourself. And that's why I always go back to that whole living of valued energy. When you live in a high valued energy for yourself, space and mystery isn't so much suspicious, fearful doubt. It's actually comforting. It's peaceful. It's relaxing. And different. It's different. When you meet someone who's not rushing to get to you into bed, someone who's not rushing to tell you their whole story. Taking your time. Enjoy this dance. Living a valued energy. Well, my name is Coach Andres, and I would love to help you this year to set yourself up because Valentine's Day is not it actually is around the corner, but I want to make sure we look at 2023 of a year to start new habits, start to have new ways of thinking about love and relationships. Whatever we were doing before in your world, if it wasn't working, then we got to try something new. We got to try something new. You know what I mean? We got to try something new. And we got to try and keep on trying because we believe in what we deserve, because we focused on our valued energy. So my name is Coach Andres. I'm always here to help. Look forward to hearing your messages. If you guys want to have a call, if you guys want to talk, if you guys want to even just text, go to my website, coachingwithundress.com. Follow me on Instagram, coachingwithundress711, or my TikTok, coach_undress. Got tons of free content there. And again, I always appreciate your support. So I'll see you soon. Happy New Year's. It's good to be back.